A public library challenge, providing library services to the homeless. For decades, the homeless have sought refuge in the public libraries, as libraries provide a quiet place to rest. But libraries for the homeless represent more than a resting place. Libraries are the primary source of information for this population. The homeless have enlisted the services of the libraries for entertainment, with the use of the internet, pleasure reading, and for self-growth. Because of the complex dilemma that these patrons bring to the public libraries have had to update their rules and guidelines, which help to address some homeless, which tend to be disruptive and loud, and who use the facilities for more than what they were intended for, mainly the restrooms for washing up. Libraries daily deal with the challenges the homeless patron brings, of which challenges are outside the scope of the librarian. Unfortunately, most librarians do not have the training needed to assist these patrons. The Los Angeles Public Central Library mission statement reads, "Free and easy access. Free access to enrich, educate, and empower every individual in the city. Patrons are the force that bring life to the library, regardless of a patron's economic or housing background. This is something libraries will not question." According to the American Library Association, it is the library's mission to provide access of information to everyone. Libraries play an important role in assisting city officials by creating a partnership to assist and address homelessness in the city. Los Angeles city officials created a strategy in improving city employee interactions with homeless people by enabling city employees, such as the police and librarians, with the tools and resources needed. By creating a survey to find out how librarians have successfully or not dealt with helping the homeless would be a goal of this project, to find out what the behavioral approaches of a librarian are to a homeless patron, how different approaches have yielded positive or negative results, have librarians sought further training on this topic, how much time does assisting a homeless patron involve, is any different than time spent with a regular patron, does helping a homeless patron require the assistance of medical professionals, is there room for compassion, or should this be kept close to avoid feeling hopeless by staff? These are some of the goals that I hope to find with the survey. Concepts found in this topic are the needs, the use, and services needed by the homeless. A need of basic necessities such as food, shelter, warmth are needs that are not the focus of a public library. Informational needs are the focus. Informational needs of how to obtain the basic necessities such as food and shelter are. The use of a library for its warmth, the safe environment it provides, the use of restrooms, and ability to sleep for a few minutes in a safe and quiet environment are the majority of reasons the homeless seek the library for. The information needs of many homeless involve social services. Libraries can provide basic information such as location and hours, for example, but are unable to provide specific information, which tends to be needed by the homeless. The literature reviewed lacked information on the behavioral approaches of library staff. The library staff both recognize and acknowledge that the situation has presented itself and tools have been created to assist with this population, but the actual interactions of addressing the needs of this group are lacking in the literature review. The literature did not provide examples of reference interviews or statistics kept on samples of questions asked. Having this bit of information would help to understand if approaches used in the past or the present have been helpful. Upon initial review on homeless people using the public library and its services, the reasons are repeatedly stated why the homeless seek the library and how some libraries have responded. It is unclear, however, if the interactions have been successful, if they have been simple, complex, repetitive, or if the library services are obtained by the majority of the homeless population. More research in the area providing training for library personnel, which could benefit both library users and the library staff. Review libraries that have embraced and brought forward change versus those that have done minimal and why. A future study should include a survey of both library staff and librarians and the training, if any, received or personally obtained that deals with assisting patrons with complex needs. Further review of this topic showed that librarians throughout the country are adding activities to address the needs of the homeless. Such activities include the Denver Public Library, which hosted a sunrise concert by hiring a live band to give a free concert while the library served coffee and bagels. This action by the library showed a positive turnout among their homeless patrons. It uplifted their spirits. And the San Francisco Library hiring a full-time social worker to help in identifying the needs of their homeless population. I would need to review more events like these to learn more about the interactions between the homeless patron and the library staff. This concludes this presentation. The following are a reference list for the images used. The last image is of a homeless man organizing his belongings outside of the New York Public Library, and the caption next to him reads, "Find the Future."